It's pretty much the same, you know, no big changes. They still see me as, you know, Peter, but they know me as Zaid, and I'm a Muslim, you know.
The way I figured things was that when you become a Muslim, the trials start coming. It's not like, oh, when you become Muslim, things are going to become easy. They actually become more difficult. Because before you had no rules, you could do whatever you want. Now suddenly I have all these rules I have to follow, and I have no support. So it was very difficult at the beginning, but what kept me there is holding to the rope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because for the first time in my life I wasn't alone.
I had quite a few friends who I'd had for the majority of my life, and at the point of telling them that I had reverted and become a Muslim, that those relationships ended, and to this day have never rekindled. And yeah, that was difficult, because everything, my social circle that I knew, along with everything that I knew for my entire life, at a point in time ended. And at that point I hadn't established a replacement. I hadn't established a new circle, a new social circle, a new networking circle, a new sense of belonging necessarily. So there was a period there, what I often refer to as no man's land, and you can't go back, you don't want to go back, and you're trying to go forward, but you're really not sure how to go forward.
A lot of the people who are born Muslim, they don't understand how a new Muslim has to adapt to this Islamic society. And when I said before about nationalities, you know, being maybe the only Aussie at some mosque and everyone else has got their own groups or family, you feel alienated because of that.
I've had a business at the time that I reverted. It was in the entertainment industry, and I'd been involved in that industry since I was 15. Very non-Islamic. One of the first things that I had to acknowledge and let go was that business. So that business was sold and disposed of very quickly. So that was one of the most radical changes.
I was really nervous about wearing hijab, actually. Yeah, I think because it's such a foreign concept when you're brought up in a different culture essentially, or in a culture like Australia where the hijab is such a foreign concept to a woman's appearance. You know, it's quite the opposite. You know, the saying, you know, is quite common: if you've got it, flaunt it. And in Islam, that's the opposite is true. If you've got it, hide it.